Good morning, Stud Muffin 1986 here. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't noticed already, the Skorpion G is now in the store. I actually love this tank. Now, I know they're asking for a lot of gold for it, but if there is any tank that you're willing to spend a lot of gold on, this is definitely the one to get. This thing is really, really good. However, you do want to be careful in how you do play with this thing. The Skorpion G has really good maneuverability, just an incredible cannon, very accurate. You're going to be able to witness some of that just through these replays I got for you just today. Just got a quick few, like 3 games I just wanted to record just to kind of show you, give you a feel a little bit about with its maneuverability, its accuracy, its reload. I mean, you can see a lot of these videos just from YouTube in general, but I really like this tank. I think this tank is just such a good tank, and definitely one of my favorites at tier 8. Even though this thing has really good maneuverability, it's very easy to lose sight that this thing is still a tank destroyer, and it does not have the view range that mediums and light tanks have. If you try playing with it that way, you're going to get detected before you detect the enemies, and everyone's going to be looking to get a piece of you. So you have to remember your role as a Skorpion G. Like I said, it's really easy to kind of just jump in, maybe be a little bit too aggressive, but you can see here I'm taking an approach. I'm not just sitting up on the hill. I'm looking for opportunities to get shots off the enemy by trying to stay along the outskirts, trying to get some eyes on the cap, needing to just move in and reset that if needs be. But you can see I got my team over here and I'm trying to support them. You have to remember, as a tank destroyer, you're not necessarily one to be on the front lines. It's a heavy tank's job because they're the ones that have all the armor. When you do get detected, you got to be very conscientious about that. This thing has absolutely no armor to it. You will get HE'd. And most of the time you will get pinned unless you somehow get really lucky. So I see my team is majority over on the other side of the map, so I'm going to be continually putting myself in positions to support them, make sure that I'm with them, make sure that I'm able to get shots. Anytime that they're trying to move in, I'm right there with them to give them cover. That's the thing that you have to realize about a tank destroyer. Tank destroyer is not all about just sitting back and staying in one place the entire time on a map. It's about like really being there for your team. And a lot of times when I see people playing World of Tanks, that is what I end up seeing. That's more of camping. You don't want to just sit in one position in the back of the map the entire time. I know sometimes you can have some luck doing that, but this thing, you can really use your maneuverability. You can really get from one point of the map to the other, really being able to support your team. You do have to rely on your light tanks and medium tanks doing the spotting. You have to be careful in terms of how aggressive you are in your approach. I do try to stick with my team. Like I said, you're a tank destroyer, so you want to be supporting them. You don't want to just go completely solo. Like if your entire team's going one way, and it's just not a good idea to go the complete other way most of the time. So, like, trying to get myself in positions. We've got a really aggressive Offentrager. Doesn't look like we've even spotted anything yet, but I'm trying to keep myself around kind of the outskirts of the map. I'm trying to get myself in a position where I can use my camo, or just in a way to not get detected but be able to continue output those shots. I mean, like, this is just so nice. I actually should have used an HE round there, but I think I wasn't thinking, and I just wanted to take the shot. But this thing's very accurate. It's got a like pretty good camo rating as well. So like taking a quick shot like right there, but I'm staying along the outskirts. You can see I got detected right there, but I've got enough teammates here forward. I'm kind of in the middle of this circle of my teammates, being able to get eyes on different directions of where they might be. And if I do get detected, following the 10-second rule, to make sure that, hey, I'm not popping up and I get like HE'd right in the face. So like I said, you know, staying along the outskirts, being very conscientious of like where my team is and positioning myself so in a way kind of with them to support them as they're making the advancements. I can be right there with them, popping around corners just behind them, either from a distance or right there with them to give them that additional fire and support. There, I actually was surprised I even damaged the cannon. I was trying to aim for the turret ring. That was kind of a shot that would have been pretty amazing. But I mean, it's just like the maneuverability of this thing. You can just see this thing just really, I mean, getting some good speed. Which can make this thing a lot of fun. Like you can get to really good effective sniping positions very, very quickly, which is super nice for this thing. Whereas like other tank destroyers, sometimes they don't really have this type of maneuverability and flexibility, especially with a rotating turret. It is really quite incredible. This cannon, like I had mentioned earlier, has really good penetration. So even across all tiers, you're not really going to struggle penetrating other tanks that much. It's just a beautiful shot coming up on the T-49. I love those third-person view shots. I think they just really, really add to the game. But yeah, just you know, a few games here. So I had a teammate that mentioned, hey, let's go right. A lot of them, as I can see now, it looks like some of these guys weren't necessarily moving. I wasn't sure necessarily, you know, what they were doing, but we've got an IS-3 here. Our team's kind of moving toward the right, so I want to be there to support. I'm not on the front lines, because the thing is, like I said, if you get detected in this thing, everyone's loading HE, and you are going to become fresh meat on the battlefield. You can really get yourself ripped up pretty easily and very quickly if you're not careful in your positioning. And like I had mentioned, if you get detected in this thing, you have got to get cover, like ASAP, or you will get just utterly raped in this thing. So yeah, the flexibility, I mean, just the accuracy is just really good. There are a lot of premium tanks that I have purchased in about 5 years. I can't even believe it's actually been about 5 years now. But I've purchased a lot of premium tanks over the years playing Blitz. And I'll be honest with you, most of them I wish I would have never even purchased. I don't ever really play with them. I personally don't even really care for them. But if there was one premium tank that I would have a lot of good things to say about, it would be the Skorpion G. Now, they are asking for a lot of gold. I mean, you can just see from earlier the screenshot comparison between the Kempf Panzer 70 in stores right now, which is a tier 9, and the Skorpion. I think the last time the Skorpion came out, it's come out a couple times, and the only times it's come out was in crates, or I think it came out during a Christmas event. Also in crates, just getting just having a chance of being able to get it. But now you can actually buy it, but it is pretty expensive. And I'm not really one here to try to sell anyone on premium tanks. I really just want to give honest, good reviews. And this is a tank I've played a ton of battles with, and I've just had so much fun with this thing. So, like I said, if you are going to pick a tank, this definitely would be one if you were looking for a tank to spend some money on. I hope this guide review of this tank helps. It just came out. This is Studmuff in 1986. I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you around on the battlefield.